Good morning on Nichols retirement. Finish it up, mate. Nichols retirement. Empire. We were in the drive-thru, so y'all be quiet.
Burritos.
Yes.
Frappe.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. We are in the. Whoa.
You gotta watch it, this drive-thru.
We are in the McDonald's drive-thru here in Minnesota. Did you hear that voice? She sounded like she lived in Minnesota. Maybe she's from Minnesota. What do you think, May? Does that sound like a Minnesota accent? If you're from Minnesota, reply below so we can hear your accent, and then we'll know how you say Minnesota. Never been there, so I don't know. We're going to the post office. This is my morning, pretty much daily morning routine almost, except I don't go to McDonald's. But since May is up, it's a special occasion. A lot of teenagers, you don't see them until 12 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is usually the case with May. I think May has stayed up so late, so many times in a row, that she's gone a full 24-hour circle, and now by accident is waking up at a normal time.
That was the goal, actually. I'm not even kidding. That was like what I was trying to get to.
If she went without sleeping a normal amount long enough, she would end up on.
I was like, if I keep doing this, maybe my circadian rhythm will like reset itself, and it kind of works.
Her circadian rhythm reset itself. So I have to go to the post office of America to deliver my mail, to ship off the books. So, May, did you realize that the United States Post Office used to be a federal job? Like all the people that worked there, it was run by the federal
Is it not
government.
Still?
Nope. Now it is private.
That's so
The post
weird.
office is a private company.
That's so weird.
Well, they're in competition with
Look, but
USP. You know, like in the past, there was no competition for the U.S. Post Office. Well, there were shipping companies, but there was not any competition for the U.S. Post Office. Now there's competition for the U.S. Post Office. When you think about, think about it. You have texting now, which we used to not have, email, which we used to not have. You had to actually write and send a letter, or write and send out a memo with your company. At the end of the day, May, it was great. Like, I didn't have a computer, I didn't have a phone, nobody would bother me. If they needed me to know something, they would come tell me. So like the principal would put his head in my door and say, Coach Nichols, come here please. And that's when I knew everything was gonna be okay. Because the principal was there to talk to me.
you didn't assume you were like in trouble. I guess you're an adult. To
I
be
could have
fair.
been in trouble at times, but at some point during the day, you had to go by your mailbox in the office, and there would be a piece of paper in there, and it would say memo. You know what that stands for?
That's an acronym?
Take a guess. Memo.
Man, every memo on time.
No. Memo stands for memorandum.
Just not an acronym.
I didn't say it was an acronym. You said it was an acronym.
I said, is it an acronym?
I didn't say anything. We can run the tape back and check, see what actually happened there. But it stands for memorandum.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got, now does that sound important?
Yeah.
If you received a memorandum?
I would assume I needed to go to court.
It would tell all the teachers, you know, some kind of information that they needed to know. But you know what? Back then, you know how many memorandums I would get?
How many?
Not a lot. Not very many memorandums.
That was a weird ice cream truck. Did you see that ice cream truck?
Yeah. Try to focus.
I'm sorry.
Here, May. Try to focus on the. But how many emails by the time I retired do you think I would get a day?
Like 4 or 5. I've never had a job where I get emails.
Well, I would get at least, sometimes I would get 40 or 50 emails a day.
Are you serious?
Now it's like every time anybody that has a computer thinks of anything, they send you an email. Memorandums.
Do you want me to go on with you?
Here's a memorandum, May. Stay here.
Oh.
Were you videoing while I was in there?
No.
So when I go back and I look at this, you're not gonna like do some goofy video in the middle
No, I
of
was
my
really
video,
just
because you know I edit these.
You're such a man.
What does that mean?
He just picked up his nail clippers above his open coffee and tried to clip his cuticles while he's driving. No.
We just passed a sign on the road, and it was, well, I'll just tell you what May said. Patriot Realty. Patriot Realty. And I said, May, that's Patriot Realty.
Well, I'm not gonna.
And
be
she's
able,
like, oh.
I'm not gonna be able to buy a house till I'm 30. So.
I hope not, because you'll be going into the place going, is this where the well, you know what?
A reality estate agent?
Yeah, are you a reality agent? May
That sounds pretty
needs
cool.
May needs a reality agent.
It's just a life coach.
Because she's getting ready to go off to college. Well, May just got one of her first reality lessons from her reality coach. We were talking about the SAT and the ACT and how that they take it. May was talking about how much it cost. And she was saying that the College Board must make a lot of money. So we looked up what the CEO of the College Board made. And what does he make, May?
Oh, like he makes like a little bit more than $700,000 in the fiscal year of 2014. Which is not as much as I thought it would be.
Made $700,000.
A little over,
And
yeah.
then she found out that the College Board was non-profit. And she was like, what? How could it be non-profit? So I helped May figure this out. The people that really make the money are the people that make the tests. And if you're one of the few test making companies in the United States, and you can come up with a test that everybody has to take, like
The SAT or
the
ACT.
SAT or the ACT, and you can make a killing. And even better, if you can come up with a test that the state governments have to give.
Like the CRCT, which is
No,
that's the older one.
not all the states give the CRCT.
What do they do now? Milestones. That's what they do.
Nope, not all the states give the milestones. They give the PSAT.
Oh yeah.
Every state pretty much in the United States gives the PSAT. And guess who pays for that?
The government. The state government.
The state government. And they got all kind of money.
Also,
If you could come up, and guess who also they're tied in with, who helps make tests, are the textbook companies.
Also, there's stuff like when you do service, like, well, not service, but like to get like licensure, you have to take like the MCAT or like,
Yep.
what's the one that lawyers have to take? Like the board exams, like stuff like that.
Yep, there's all kind of tests out there. So these companies make tons of money off these, because these tests are like $100 a pop. And if you can get the contract to make the textbooks for a state, and if they could get the textbook companies and the testing companies are very much tied up in state school boards and state school, I mean, they want really to influence them on what their curriculum is. And if they could get the curriculum to be a national curriculum like Common Core, could you imagine getting a contract for every math textbook in America? How much money?
That would be so much money.
I could retire.
You, Mom,
I
and
am-
probably me and Amy could all retire.
I am retired. So I shouldn't worry about these things. I'm not worried about this. whatsoever. I'll let you guys worry about it in the education field out there. But just to let you know, there are some people out there that are looking to make a lot of money off of the cash cow of the United States education system. Because we put a lot of money into it because we want our kids to learn and to be successful. And while we want our kids to learn and be successful, why not make billionaires out of the companies that make textbook and standardized tests?
Textbooks are so expensive.
Woo! Reality.
I mean, I already knew that. Like,
You didn't know all how they were tied in together.
no, I did not know
Admit it, I taught you something today.
Yeah, that was interesting.
May
to know.
learned a valuable lesson on Nichols' retirement empire today. In, where are we?
George?
America.
Oh. Whoops.
Have a good day on Nichols' retirement empire.